What's up guys, welcome to new Unreal Engine 5 tutorial, and today we will continue with the RPG series. We will finally begin with the combat system. It's gonna be a very easy video to follow, so let's get started. Alright, so first of all, before actually starting with the combat system, I want to fix something that you guys commented in the last video. And it is that you can still basically drain the stamina while you're motion warping in the vaulting system or falling, and we don't want that. So let's go quickly into the third person blueprints and third person character blueprint, and let's go here into the stamina section, and in the drain stamina event we want to go into the condition here in the branch and basically just add a new pin. And basically we're gonna get the character movement component and then get the mode, so the movement mode. And basically when I check if this is equal, and then go into the equal of the enumerator here to walking, and then plug the output into the third pin that we have just added. And now we will not be able to drain stamina while we are falling or vaulting, etc. Now maybe in the future we will of course add that vaulting consumes stamina, but it will be differently than the normal loop over here. So great, now that's fixed, we can actually start with the combat system. So let's quickly go into characters, RPG character, animations, and of course we're gonna go ahead and create a new folder, and this will be basically sword attacks. Let's go ahead and enter. So I will be leaving some animations in the description so you can go ahead and just import them. So I will show you how you can import them. Now these animations are from the Epic Games RPG template from the marketplace that are free. So what I did is just export some of the animations that I need and then modify it a bit so they look a bit nicer for our requirements, and it's just easier for you to just download a few animations from Google Drive and then just import them, then downloading the whole project, saying which animation to import, etc. So I have basically left it more easier for you guys. Let's go ahead and open the folder where you have basically downloaded all of the animations, and you can see that we have basically 4 of them. We have 3 main attack ones and then a kick. So what we're going to do is select all of them and just go ahead and drag them into our content browser with a folder. And now you can see that we have the import options. So you just go up here and reset them to default just in case you accidentally touch something in the past. And then in the skeleton we're gonna select the SK mannequin for the UE5 skeleton. So don't make the mistake of choosing the Alt UE5. Alt UE4, sorry. We want to choose the UE5 one, which is just the SK mannequin like that, okay? Like mainly of our other locomotion animation and stuff. And now with all that said, you can just say import all. And now with a few seconds of waiting, we should have all the animations imported, as you can see. So we can quickly preview them, so they're not in the right order, which is really weird. We have attack 3 and then 1 and stuff, but whatever. If we go ahead and open them, you can see that they're working indeed, and they're looking pretty cool. Great, so Ctrl+Shift+S to save everything. And now we will not touch the animation montages and stuff right now. We will basically implement all that later on. And what we'll do right now is basically start with the blueprints itself, with the system itself, and all that kind of stuff, and the combo and stuff. So later on in the video we will go back here and basically start creating the montages and implementing the animation notifies, changing the transitions so it looks nicer and so on. But for now we don't have to do anything like that. And great, and they actually did place in order. Okay, good. All right, so let's go into content. I'm gonna go into blueprints, and what we want to do is create a new actor component so we have everything a bit more organized. Let's go and right click, go into blueprint class. I'm gonna go ahead and go into actor component, and this will be bpc underscore, and then we can call this something less attack system, and then we can just go ahead and enter and open this up. Of course you can change the name that you want, and also of course you can choose whatever animations you want. I'm just leaving these ones in the description because it's the ones I'm gonna basically use in the series, and I do recommend using the same ones, but if you go ahead and use your own ones, it's totally okay. Great, so we can just delete this begin play and stuff, and we can basically get started. So let's first of all go ahead and just create a new input, so we can click the left mouse button and attack and so on. So let's go into here, into the content browser, go into third person, input, and then actions. Right click, go into input, and then input action. This is gonna be EA underscore, and let's say it's gonna be just attack. Now we don't have to even enter, we can just go back into the input folder and then open up the collections. And now we can just go up here into the mappings and add one. And this is gonna be the new EA attack that we have just created. And now we can just click in this icon over here of the keyboard and then press the left mouse button and it will automatically assign. Of course, you can go ahead and search it manually. We don't have to touch anything more, you save and close it. Great. So now in here, what we have to do is just right click and just say EA underscore, what was it, attack, okay? With double T, and it's gonna be the first one here with the arrow. Great. So we're gonna go in started, and we basically need to start creating some variables here. So the first variable is basically can attack. Great. And this is gonna be basically a boolean because it can be true or false. So we're gonna go ahead and get the can attack and get it, and then go ahead and make a branch. So in this episode, we will not actually touch the can attack, and this will basically later on in the series allow us to basically, for example, if we don't have any stamina left, not be able to attack, or we are swimming, not be able to attack, and so on. So this is more to the future, okay? Anyway, so now what we have to do is go ahead and right click over here, down here, and create a custom event. And this will actually be the sword attack. Okay, so now what we're going to do here is actually call the sword attack. So basically we'll just create custom events to have everything a bit more organized. So if we actually can attack, we will go ahead and call the event. Great, so on here what we're going to do is make a branch, and what we're going to do is basically create a new variable, which is attacking. And again, it's gonna be a boolean. Just go ahead and drag it and get it and just plug it over here. And then compile. Now, in order to make things work, select the can attack variable and take it so it's true by default, because we want to be able to attack. It is just in the future where we're gonna disable it when we have, don't have stamina and stuff. Then it's attacking, we want to leave that disabled, because of course we are not starting the game already attacking. Great. So now what we're going to do is create another variable, and it's basically called save attack. And then what we want to do is drag it, and in true set it to be basically true, and then copy and paste it, and then in the false it will be false. Okay, compile and save. So basically, if this variable of save attack will allow us later on to transition between the combos. So we click again and we're already playing an animation. We will go and then play the next one once the other one finished. Okay, so what we want to do right now is go and make from the false condition, so basically if we are not already attacking, and basically make a switch on integer. Okay, and this will allow us to basically play different animations depending on a value. So this value will be the attack index. So just go over here, right click and promote this to a variable, and we're gonna call this the attack index. And I guess this will be the index, basically integer, sorry. So basically depending on this value over here, so if it's 0, 1 or 2, we will be playing different animations. So just select the integer switch to int node and just add some pings. So in our case we will have 4 animations, so just go ahead and just add 4 animations here, so from 0 to 3, and then later on we will start implementing the play montages section over here. So quickly, what we have to do right now is create another custom event, and this will basically be the sword attack combo. So basically later on we will call this from the animation montage itself, and what we have to do right now is just add a branch and then make sure that save attack is true. So if save attack is true, it means that, well, we have an attack already saved. So we have already clicked the mouse again while the other animation was playing, so we need to basically directly go and play the animation. So we need to go ahead and set save attack to false, because we will not need it anymore, and then just plug it in into the switch to int, so we will play the animation. Now just go ahead and hover over the connector and just double click, and then you have the spin, so you can have things a bit more organized, let's say. Great. And then in false, what we'll do is create a new custom event. So you just go down over here, new custom event, and it will be the stop combo. And then on here, what we'll do is just get the is attacking, and you set it to be false. And then set the attack index back to 0. So basically, we will just be, resetting some of these stuff over here. And in false, we will go ahead and call this stop combo event over here. So basically, if there's not any more animations to play, if we don't have any saved animations that we have clicked already, it will basically stop. Now I know that this system, just talking like this, and for beginners it might be a bit confusing of what we are actually saving and stuff, but don't worry, as we go and start implementing the attack notifies in the animation montages, you will start understanding a bit better the things. Okay, great. So now we can go ahead and continue. So let's actually just place some comments, so we have everything a bit more organized. So you select the first part over here. I'm gonna press C, and this will be the attack click. Sorry, no, it's not attack click. Sorry, this part over here. I press C, attack input. Actually, it's gonna be a better name. The second part is gonna be the sword attack, and then this one will be basically the combo continue, and then this will be of course the stop combo or attack in general, because this will not only stop the combo but really the attack. Great. So we can now go ahead and continue. We have things a bit more organized, and we can also go ahead and place our saved preset over here, so it looks a bit nicer in our blueprints, and there's something that matches. Okay, great. So now it is time that we actually start placing the anim montages over here. But of course, first of all, we do have to create the anim montages. But let me just show you how it will look. So to have things a bit more organized, what we're going to do is actually create more custom events. Now we're gonna go ahead and create a lot of custom events today, but it will just keep things a bit more organized. So we can just right click and create a new custom event, and let's say it's gonna be the attack 1. And then what we want to do in this is just make a do once node. And then what we want to do is just make a delay, and change this delay to be only 0.1 seconds. This is just making sure that we will not attack the same animation twice, just in case our flow just doesn't work correctly, or we double click very fast or something like that. Just making sure that the flow is correct. And then later on, what we want to do is just play the montage. So we're gonna use the function node over here. Sorry, no, this is not, it's play anim montage. Anim montage. Oh yeah, sorry. So we actually cannot use the play montage in a component, so we'll need to use this one. So don't worry, we'll plug in the skeleton mesh in a second, but basically in here we'll also put the animation that we want to play. And then basically right after we have done this, what we want to do is just go and get the attack index and basically increment by 1. So in here, the first one will be 1. And now we can just get the output and just plug it into the reset. So it will basically be a lot to play it more than once. But now you just hover over the connector, double click, and then this pin will create. So you can just go and move it around, and then do the same, hover, double click, and put it over here. So it's way more organized. And now we can select everything, press C to comment it, and this will be the attack 1 basically. And we can apply our preset so it looks pretty nice, and then just move it over there. And over here we can just call the attack 1, and there we go. We'll have everything a bit more organized and neat. So now yes, it is time to go ahead and start creating the anim montages. So let's go over here and let's go into content, characters, RPG character, animations, and we want to go into the sword attacks. Now later on in the future we will have more different attacks, so these are gonna be the generic sword attacks, but in the future if you want to add more different I don't know how do you say it, but different states of weapons, like for example it's more of a hammer that you hold it with 2 hands. Of course you can go ahead and implement that, and we will try to implement it. We'll see how this series goes. Of course we'll also implement bow and attack system, but that's a bit different. Okay, so now what we have to do is just create the anim montages. So we can just go ahead and select all of the animations, and also just open them and make sure that root motion is enabled. If not, just go ahead and take this. So let's go ahead and do so. It seems that they didn't export with the root motion on. Just open all the animations, just go here and enable root motion. Okay, there we go. And also the kick, just go and enable this over here. Great. So now what we can do is select all of the animations, right click on to create anim montage. And now we just go ahead and create the anim montage. And we can just leave the name as it is. So Ctrl+Shift+S to save everything as it is right now. Great, so now we can see that we have different animations up here. And I don't know why they are not, there we go. So we can just go out of the folder, come in, and they will be in order. Great, so if we start with the attack one montage, you can see a bit, how it looks and stuff. A simple animation is attacking. There we go. So what we have to do now is basically create some anim notifies. So it will indicate where we want to continue with the combo and when we want to end our combo. So this is simple. You just go in here, and in the same folder we can just right click and go into blueprint class. And now we'll go into all classes and find the anim notify, and you'll see it here. So we'll basically say pretty much the parent of it, not all the childs, or make sure that you don't set the notify state. It's going to be just a regular anim notify. So you can say select, and then this can be the anim naughty. I don't know how they're named. Yeah, like this. Naughty. You just put anim notify. Okay, underscore, and this will be basically the sword combo. And continue next. Yeah, next we can say anim notify sword combo next. Great. And now we will need to go ahead and duplicate this. So Ctrl D, and this will be the anim notify underscore, and this will be combo end. Basically, it will just end the whole combo. Great. So let's go ahead and start up with the sword combo next. Let's go ahead and open this up. And now what we need to do is go into the function section in override. And now we can just plug in the reset notify. Basically, when the notify is triggered, it will be launching this function over here. So we want to get the mesh component, and we want to get the owner. If I type it correctly, there we go. Get owner. So now with this, we can just cast to the third person character. And now we can just call our function. So we can just get from here and just say the sword. What was it? Combo. Oh yeah, so of course we need to access its component because it's from a component. So also what we're going to do is go here and we're gonna go into third person map, content, third person blueprints, and also add it so we don't forget later. Let's go into the component section, just add the what's it? The attack, well, BPC underscore attack system. There we go. Great, and we can just enter and we don't have to change anything. And you can see that also we have neatly our variables here. Great. Let's go ahead and compile and save. So now we're here, we can just go ahead and get the attack BBC attack system and just launch the combo sword attack combo. Okay, so make sure that you're calling this event, not the sword attack normal. It's gonna be the combo because it's gonna be the one that will detect if we already have a saved attack and basically continue. Okay, so make sure that's that, and that's it. We can just go ahead and compile and save. Now go ahead and get these three first nodes, so the owner, third person, and the component, and Ctrl C to copy them, and now we can close them. And now we're gonna go back into our folder where we had basically the sword attacks. I'm gonna open the combo end. So if this appears, you say open full editor blueprint, and we can do exactly the same as with the other notify. Just go into the functions, override, and receive notify. Just put over here this, paste it, and connect this over here, and put this over here. Now make sure that you get the mesh component and plug it into the get owner, and then over here, what to do is say stop combo. And that's it. That's all what we have to do for our notifies. Of course, now we need to go ahead and place them in our animation montages. Let's go ahead and save everything and close it. Let's start with the attack one. Let's go ahead and open this. So basically, we need to find the point where we want to basically start playing our next animation. So it will be around here, right? I mean, we finished our attack animation, so let's start playing over here. So let's see. I actually have some notes over here of some timings that I got. That was pretty good. So it was around in here 14. Yeah, so pretty much there. So now let's go into the notifies track and just right click, add notify, and then we need to find our anim notify underscore sword combo next and plug it over here. And the thing is that we also want to place a combo end just in case we don't want to continue with our attack combo. So basically around, let's say in 39, if we have not clicked our mouse, we want to stop the animation because we will not continue attacking. So just right click and then notify and then combo end. So basically you can click your mouse in any of between these points, and if you click the mouse you will continue with the combo, but if not, it goes outside here and it will just stop the animation completely. Great, so we can now save and close this over here. And I will do exactly the same with all of the other animation montages. Go ahead and add the attack 2, and we're gonna find a bit the end position. So let's say around over here. Let's go into the notified track. Go ahead and if it lets me, what just happened? Okay, there we go. Right click and notify and sword combo next, and then find the end position. Kind of, let's say here. This is an approximation. Of course you can, and then put the combo end. You can also put more time and effort in order to get the times that you want, but the real thing is gonna be later on when you test it, playing the game and seeing if the transitions work correctly and stuff. So there will be a lot of work after that, modifying everything, but these values work pretty good. Alright, so now we need to go into the attack 3, and then it will be around here. So when we just go ahead and hit the ground over here, we can just get the around here, just get the notify, the next, and then on here we will go ahead and add the end. And now we just have one more left, which is the kick. Open the kick montage, and then it will kick. And let's say that around here we want to add the next, and then over here we want to be able to, well, add 3 more at the end, make the combo end. Okay, so of course this is all an approximation. Okay, great. So now we can go back in our BPC attack system and go, for example, attack 1, and we can plug it in. So now we need to get the skeleton mesh. So we just need to go ahead and get the owner, and I believe that we can just get the mesh. Okay, skeleton mesh. No, okay. Get mesh. No, okay. So we will need to set the cast, which is gonna be okay. So just go up here and at the begin. Sorry, the event begin play. So when the game starts, just put it over here so it's a bit cleaner. We'll go ahead and cast to the third person character. If I know how to, type correctly. Oh my god. There we go. And now we can just plug this on here. And now we want to go ahead and get the mesh. And there's the mesh. And now we just right click, promote to variable, and this will be the basically character mesh. And this will just plug it over here. And now we are saving the characters mesh on our variable. So now we can go here and just drag it over here and it will play that. Great. So let's put this a bit more to the right. Okay. And what we're going to do is copy all this, Ctrl C, and then go over here and paste it. Ctrl V. And now we can go into custom event and put this to be the attack 2. And then there's 2 things that we have to do over here. Is go into the montage and change the animation to be the 2. And then go into the attack index and then change this to be 2. Great. And then compile and this message will go. So in our case we have 2. Also change the comment. So here. So in our case we'll have 4 animations. So select everything, copy, paste it. And we just need to repeat this. So go in here, put it the attack 3 and the index to be 3 and the comment to be also 3. It might be a bit of tease, but hey. And then we just have one more to do, just here. So this will be the basically, I believe is the kick. Okay, yes. So actually the attack 4, which is this one, okay, because I remember now, because I was testing before this system, set this to be also at index 4. But the thing is that this last, and also sorry, the event. So in here, attack 3 and attack 4. So in attack 4, it will be attack 3. But in attack 3, it will be the kick. Okay, where is it? Here? And this is just because I found a really cool combo pattern, and I had a bit to change the order. But here it is. So basically 1, 2 with 2, 3 is gonna be the kick, 4 is gonna be the 3. Okay, and then make sure that the index are okay. Great. And now we just want to plug the 1 into the attack 2. So don't be mistaken by 1 being 1, no. Okay, be careful with that. And then the 2 is gonna be the attack 3. And then finally the 4 is gonna be, well, attack 4. Sorry, well, the 3 is gonna be attack 4. And great, that's all that we need. We can actually test this. Yeah. Let's go ahead and press play, and then if we hit, there we go, we attack. So let's see if the combo works. So we can hit, then go ahead and hit, and okay. So it did some weird stuff over there, as you can see. It like went through an animation super quick. So let's go ahead and see what's happening. So it seems like it's like the second animation. So it's the attack 2, basically this one. So basically what I had to do here is just change a bit the transition. So let's go into the blend in and make it so that it's 0.3. So it lasts a bit more. And then in the blend out, let's put this to be 0.4. So this is just playing a bit with the transition, but you can see that it did also miss some of the index. Sorry, not index, but it kind of just went and rushed through the transition. So let me just investigate real quick what's happening. Okay guys, so I just realized what it is, and it's that I made a mistake. So just go into the sword attack event over here, and basically in true, yes, we want to save the attack, but in here we actually don't want to disable the save attack. What we want to do is go and set its attack into true. Just go ahead and drag it over it, and it will be here, and it's gonna be actually true. So that will go ahead and fix the issue. Yeah, it was basically that. Okay, so now we can test it out. So now you can see, and there we go, we have our combo. Good, everything's working. So there's a few things I want to go ahead and touch over here. Okay, so the first thing that you have maybe noticed is that, well, we can improve a bit the transitions. So first of all, let's go into the kick montage, and let's put the blend out time, sorry, the blend in into 0.3. Okay, then we're gonna go into the attack 3 montage. I'm gonna set the blend out time to be 1 and on cubic, and then it should look a bit nicer. Yes, yes, and yes. All right, it's looking much better. Another thing that you probably are noticing is that, okay, the first animation has room motion, so it moves the whole character, but then from the second one, it actually doesn't have room motion, so it doesn't look exactly as nice as we maybe want, it to be. So what we can do is cheat sheet and make a custom room motion movement in 2 seconds. Okay, so what we want to do is open the attack 2, and then you see that we have this cool sliding over here. So we basically have to move this guy over here. Okay, so what we have to do is just put in a position over here. It's gonna be down here. Okay, and then what we want to do is carefully put the marker on the first point over here. So now let's go into the skeleton tree. Now if you need to see the skeleton tree, you can just go into window and skeleton tree and select the root. And now what we want to do is also go and press W, so it selects the movement tool, and just go up here with the root selected at the start of the animation without touching anything. Just press the key, so we will have the first key for the starting point. Now go ahead and play a bit the animation. So you can see that it goes a bit backwards. Okay, so around here, which is around 0.18, you want to put a bit the root back. Just get the root and just put it tiny bit back over here, nothing more, and then go up here and press key. So we have a new keyframe. Now let's go a bit forward, and you can see that it goes forward. So let's go around here into 0.50 and put a character be forward. Now we don't want it to be too excessive, because now it will look weird. So around here, this distance will be good. So now we can press key, and now this should be looking much better. So now if we press play, you can see it moved now the player. Great. So Ctrl Shift S to save everything. Now you probably maybe not notice a huge difference, but it did move now the player, and it looks much better. And now in attack 3 we have to do exactly the same thing, not the same 3, that sounds weird. Anyway, we're gonna go into the starting position, select the root, into the translate objects mode, and then select the key. Go a bit forward, and on here we can see that it went a bit back and forward at the same time. It doesn't matter, just go a bit forward, okay? So around until here. And now it does the thing and goes a lot forward. So let's go, and when it finishes to around 1.56 and move it until here. Not a lot, okay guys? We want to be subtle with this. Of course you can experiment with this, put in more and less, but you know, subtle moments is better. And now we can just press a key. And now you can see that it goes back into the position, so it's okay. Save, and now if we press play, you can see boom, boom, and then, sorry, I need to click faster, boom, boom, and then, pa, boom, there we go. So you can see that last movement, okay, sorry about that, and then you can see it moves forward, great. And now we just need one more animation touch, which is the kick. So we're gonna do the same thing, put the marker at the start, select root, press key. Go a bit forward, you can see it went forward, and then go here. Just go here, like this, okay, subtle, and then press key, and that's pretty much all what we need. Just press save, and now you can see that we start spamming, bum 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 bum, and bang. You like my sound effects? There we go. Great. So now we have a cool combo attack system happening over here, and it's looking really good. Now, of course, with time we will go ahead and improve, you know, all this, add small details and so on. But this is basically the starting point. You can see that basically the structure of it was pretty simple, was nothing crazy. You can see there's not a lot of blueprints going on, just a lot of repetition over here. So that's it. And of course you can implement your own animations and stuff in order to make it look better. And the only thing that you have to do is you want to implement new animations is go into the tag sections over here, and you just of course change the animation that you want. And then of course in the animation montage that you have created for your own animation is add the sword combo next and combo end animations. Now I just have to remember one thing, and it's go into the attack 3 and montage, attack 3 montage here, and it's because this is the last animation, we want to actually delete the sword combo next. And so you select it and press supprimer, and then go into the when it lands, so around 1.6, and put the combo end. So I just forgot this, sorry about that, but it's just so it doesn't continue the combo, it doesn't break the thing, because okay, it goes here and then it will start again. Okay, it's because it's the last animation of the combo. So in the last animation of the combo that will be defined here in the last one, you will need to basically just place a combo end and not the continue combo event. But one last thing, guys, is gonna place the sword in our player, because come on, it doesn't look very good without this sword. So we're gonna do this real quick. So again, I will leave the Sketchfab asset in the description so you can go ahead and download it. So in my case, it will go ahead and be this sword. So basically just extract the folder, and now you will see that they will have another folder called source. So you want again to extract that one. And then what to do is get that folder and just drag it into Unreal Engine. And then just go ahead and say import all. And now we will have here the sword with the textures. So what I want to do is open up textures and then right click in the base, okay? Right click and create material. This will be m_sword. Let's go ahead and enter, and now press Ctrl space to open the quick tab. And now I can go to sword textures and just drag in the metallic, and this will be the RGB into the metallic. Open up again, Ctrl space, and then the normal, and to the normal, and then again in the occlusion, into the ambient occlusion, and then lastly the roughness, and to the roughness. And now we can just say apply, and just wait a few seconds, save, wait a few seconds, and then close. And now we have our sword with the texture on. Well, we have to add it, so just open up the mesh and just search for sword, and there we go, looking really cool. So now we have to add it into a skeleton, so go ahead and open whatever animation you want, for example this one, it doesn't matter, but now we can go into this icon in here to open the skeleton. Great. So now we're gonna go and find the hand the right hand, not the left one but the right one. So we can go a bit down. There we go, hand R. So what you want to do is just right click and add socket. So we will basically bind our sword to be in this socket. So now just select it, and we'll change the name to be hand underscore R underscore sword. Great, and now we can right click on it and add a preview asset. So in our case, this will be our sword. And now we can go ahead and put the sword in position with the, of course, with the socket selected. So now we can just go ahead and rotate it around like this and make it way smaller and put it over here. Now, of course, if you have your own sword model, you can use that one, but I'm just gonna go ahead and use this one because it looks pretty nice and it's pretty decent, and yeah, it's pretty cool as a starting point. Of course, later on we'll have more types of swords. This is the basic one. If you want to copy my exact parameters, they will be here. You can see the location, rotation, and scale. And now with that, you can go ahead and save it and close it. And now what we need to do is go into the blueprint of the player, go into the viewport, and then go into the mesh. And just add the static mesh over here. And this will be the sword. So now just select the static mesh, which will be, of course, the sword. And now what we want to do is go into the parent socket and now find the socket that we just created, which is hand R sword. And now you can see that it will automatically bind correctly in position. And it looks really cool. Now, one more thing I want to do is select the sword and go down, and in the collision presets, set it to no collision, because we don't want our sword to have collisions. Our line trace will be later on. So we'll do some calculations later on for damage, okay? It will not be a direct event hit, okay? It will be a bit more advanced than that. Great, so now we can just compile and save. And now we have a sword. Cool, and it looks really, really cool, as you can see. Oh yes, now it definitely looks really, really cool. Okay guys, so that's gonna be for the tutorial. If you found the tutorial helpful, I would really appreciate you could like the video and subscribe to my channel. I have lots of Unreal Engine 5 tutorials, so you know, want to go ahead and check them out, go ahead. And also join my Discord server so you can ask any questions and also, you know, share your progress and stuff. And follow me on all my socials, such as Twitter and Instagram, etc. Alright, so now yes, with all that said, bye bye.